connected.
What's up, YouTube? It's dafobra out in the garage today, and we're here for part 2 of the Mustang build series. Here's the 99, and I have a ton of parts that I have ordered. They're all in the back of the garage in boxes, and we need to get to them, but right now this garage is just way too full of stuff, so we're gonna clear it out and we'll be right back. All right, much better, much more room. So here we have two 4.6 single overhead cam 2-valve intake manifolds. This is the OEM one that came off the 1999 GT. You can see it's all composite plastic, including this front piece here. This is the Ford Racing one. You can see it is also composite plastic, but in the front, this crossover tube for the coolant is aluminum. And I believe this is the OEM manifold for the 2002 to 2004 Mustang GT and 4.6s. Ford did acknowledge that there was a problem with this and actually had a recall for several cars. I never brought my car in for the recall. Hindsight is 2020, right? Pretty much everything from your 99 to 2001 or early 2001 will bolt to the later manifold. I still have to transfer over my ECT sensor and one bolt here, but the fuel rails, the coil arm plugs, everything goes right in, and it is OEM quality, which is really big with me. There's another brand, Dorman, which is an OEM replacement. The runners seem a little shorter. Some people have said that you actually lose power by using that other manifold. So having said that, I went with the Ford Racing one for just a few bucks more. Something you do have to remember, although everything does bolt right up to it, you do have to order the OEM 02 to 04 GT alternator bracket, because the mounting points on this manifold are different than the mounting points on the OE manifold. Now, I have heard of some people drilling a new hole, and while that would work, you know what? I just wanted to look right, and for a couple of bucks, it's not a whole lot of money, and it was available. I simply ordered it. So this is what we're going to be putting on the car. We have new intake manifold gaskets, we have oil filter, we have antifreeze. I just put some fresh plugs in it. So yeah, let's get under the hood and get started. Okay, so here we are a few days later. Mustang is completely back together. Looks great. Everything bolted in exactly as it should have. And that little Ford OEM upper alternator bracket made everything go smooth as silk. A few things to look out for. Number one, I took pictures along the way, so I knew where everything had to go. The good thing about most engines, especially Ford engines, is that the harnesses, the wiring harnesses, kind of lay right where they have to be. Easy to reconnect everything. No real questions about where anything went. One thing I want you to look out for, these are the original manifold to head gaskets. Now, what I like about them are these little locating pins which press right into the cylinder head. But what you have to keep in mind is that you can put them on backwards, and if you do that, the thermostat gasket and the thermostat bolts will not line up. This is actually where the thermostat bolts will go right through here, so these should face the front. This part here should face the back. Once again, this should face the front on the thermostat side, which is going to be your right-hand side, driver's side. This should face the back. Aside from that, most of the torque sequences and everything else you can find online. I put anti-seize on just about every bolt that was going into aluminum. And aside from an oil change and a coolant fill and a battery, this thing is 100% good to go, and hopefully we'll be firing it up soon. So the car's all back together, battery's in, oil's changed, tried to start it, she wouldn't start. Fuel pump wasn't turning on, wasn't getting any fuel pressure at the fuel rail. So we did some checking and found that the fuel pump is getting power, but it's not turning on, which leads me to believe that the fuel pump has gone bad. So I have a new fuel pump, fuel filter on order, and when it gets here, we'll see if that fixes the problem. So until the next one, thank you very much for watching. See ya.